Ciao, siamo all'OGR di Torino al View Conference. Ma che cos'è il View Conference? È l'appuntamento annuale che si svolge qui a Torino dal 2000, che ospita esperti internazionali sugli effetti visivi dei videogiochi, delle serie TV, dei film, delle animazioni, di tutto. E oggi abbiamo la fortuna di intervistare due registi di un fenomeno internazionale. Si tratta di KPop Demon Hunters.
So, let's start. But before you get started, I just wanted to say thanks to Maggie and Chris for being here. And as a fan of K-pop Demon Hunters, I also wanted to thank you for amazing movie you made. So thank you very much. So we can start. I was wondering if this is your first time working together, or if you already collaborate in other projects. Also, who came up with the idea for this movie, and was it always meant to be like this, or did it change during the process?
We had never officially worked together on a project, but we had been at similar studios around the same time. The producer of my first movie, Aaron Warner, was the person who kind of brought Maggie's pitch to Sony. So we had kind of that in common. And I think we just had a very similar, when you work in animation for 15 or 20 years, and you're learning story and writing, you learn a certain skill set. And so by the time we collaborated, we had a very similar, I don't know, sensibility, but also just level of experience.
And the story didn't change all that much, really. I developed I came up with the concept and developed it for about a year, gathering ideas and kind of big ideas. So I kind of knew what kind of story I wanted to tell. Chris came on about a year later, and then that's when we really fleshed out the mythology, and we collaborated with an artist. Writing team, and we wrote the first draft of the script together, and we were really happy with like all of it. The beginning of the movie and the end were very, very strong, and we always knew that we had to kind of earn that emotional moment in the final concert. So that was already always there, and the big ideas never really changed. We just kind of made things better and deeper, and added more scenes for connective tissue between characters and moments. But yeah, just pretty much stayed the same.
Okay. Did you expect the movie to be such a big success?
When we finished, we were very happy with the movie that we made, and we have both made many movies. We've worked on many movies, and this one felt very different and very unique and very special. And everybody that we brought on to the movie to collaborate with, whether it was talent or artists, they would say the same thing. They say, "Wow, this is so unique, so different. We've never worked on anything like this before." And we were just really proud of what we created, and so we were confident that it would find a fan base. But this is beyond our expectations. I don't think anybody can really expect this.
Yeah. And with K-pop Demon Hunters, you are mixing K-pop with Western animation. Do you think this kind of fusion between Korean culture and global animation could open up a cool new direction for future animated movies?
Yeah, we've talked about this a lot, but I think the tone of the movie is very inspired by obviously K-pop, but also Korean dramas, Korean filmmakers like Bong Joon-ho, and then manga and anime influences. And I think we felt like we wanted to mix those together because it was stuff we liked and we hadn't seen before. The really great thing was our whole crew were so excited to do the same thing, and you can see in the younger generations of both the audience and the animation industry, they have such a wider range of influences than just American Disney animation. So I think we're going to be entering a new period where the type of animated films and the type of tone and the type of designs and all those things is going to be a lot more variety than what we're used to, which is great.
I also think, I'm somebody who's very dual culture, and there's a lot of people like me that are culturally from where they're from, but then have lived elsewhere for just as long maybe longer than the country that they're originally from. And I think we have a unique way of seeing both cultures. And there's a lot of us, and not just from Korea, but from Italy, from anywhere from Europe and Asia. And I think that's the kind of next generation of storytellers who are able to provide I guess, a more universal look at in one way, but then culturally specific too. So I'm excited for that.
Last question. What the song do you prefer?
Oh, my favorite song? Oh, okay. I would say my kind of pop favorite is Your Idol, because I just naturally am a bigger fan of boy groups
Okay.
and that kind of dark
Mhm.
vibe. But my heart says what it sounds like, because every
Me
time I
too.
hear it, I just
Me
cry.
too.
It's
Yeah,
so emotional.
yeah, me too. So,
Oh, this is why we're good partners, because Your Idol is the song I would listen to the most in my car, but what it sounds like is the closest to capturing what the movie's about in a song. And so, yeah, it's the one that I have the deepest feelings about. Yeah.
thank you very much. And you can say Ciao Italia at the camera.
Yeah. Ciao, Talia.
Bye.